Welcome to the University of Ottawa Department of Family Medicine's eFieldNotes system. The eFieldNotes supports documentation and communication with your residents regarding their learning progress. The tool also allows you to generate reports on residents' progress that will help you complete structured progress reviews or SIPRs and in-training evaluation reports or ITAs based on real evidence. In this tutorial, you will learn how to create an eFieldNote. eFieldNotes are a collaborative document developed by the supervisor and resident and can be initiated by either. To help you manage your time, we suggest you encourage residents to take the lead in initiating field notes as much as possible. To create a field note, you will need to log in to the faculty intranet using your username and password. If you can't remember your password, use the Forgot Password link to reset it. Once you log in, you are brought to your eFieldNote dashboard. This is where you can access existing field notes and see outstanding tasks. The tutorial entitled How to Access eFieldNotes covers these topics. To create a new field note, select Create from the drop-down Field Notes menu at the top left of the screen. First, you need to select the resident for whom you are creating the field note. By default, if you are a community preceptor, you will see a list of your current residents below the search fields. Alternatively, if you are a supervisor at one of the teaching units, you will see a list of all residents at your site. If you want to create a field note for a resident not in this list, or you would like to narrow this list, you can use the search fields to find the resident by name, team, or unit. When searching by name, enter any portion of the resident's first or last name and click Search. If you are not finding the resident you need, make sure you have Current Residents Only unchecked and try again. When you have found the correct resident, click Create on the far right column to create a field note for this resident. This will bring you to a blank field note. Enter information about the educational context, the type of observation this field note is being written on, what you feel the resident did well, and what they should do differently in the future. The CAMEDS FM roles, skills dimensions, and plans for next steps in the resident's learning. In Section 4, rate the resident's overall performance, as well as their status relative to their level of training. This section is very important to complete, as it will influence your reports. If you are unsure about any elements of the field note, click on the tooltips for a description. Some parts of the field note are reserved for resident comments. You cannot edit these boxes. In the same way, your resident will not be able to edit your comments in the open text boxes. Watch the Department of Family Medicine calendar for faculty development events designed to help you complete effective field notes. You also have the option of flagging the eFieldNote. A flag does not denote good or bad, but is a tool to help you identify any field notes you wish to bookmark for later retrieval. Once the flag field note has been addressed and resolved, you can click Retire Flag and add a comment as to why the flag was retired. If you are not the resident's primary preceptor, but you wish to notify him or her about this field note, you can check the Notify Primary Preceptor box. You can also choose to notify others, such as other preceptors in your team or the Director of Remediation. Once the field note is signed off, these individuals will receive an email with a link to the field note. As you complete an eFieldNote, be sure to click Save regularly to save all edits. The field note will not save automatically. When you are ready to share the field note with the resident, click Share. The resident will then receive an email notifying them that you have created a field note and that their input is required. Once you have shared a field note, it cannot be deleted and becomes part of the resident's permanent record. After the resident has added their input and shared the field note back to you, you may choose to sign off the field note or add further comments. Once the field note has been signed off, no further changes can be made. This tutorial addressed creating eFieldNotes. Be sure to watch other tutorials that will teach you how to access eFieldNotes and how to generate reports.